Hi everyone, Kelly Mahler here, occupational therapist, and today I wanted to talk about a topic that my good friend and colleague Peter Vermeulen and I have been discussing lately, and that is something called theory of own mind. And in the field of neurodifferences, we talk a lot about theory of mind. And so what theory of mind means is it's our ability to think about how other people are feeling and thinking and needing and intending. And we have a lot of focus on drilling that into children and adults that have neurodifferences. However, what we don't do enough of is teaching about theory of own mind, of using supports and strategies to help a person to discover more about themselves, to understand themselves better. So, to understand their inner experiences, to understand their own emotions, to understand their own thoughts, to understand their own strengths, to understand their uniqueness and celebrate it. And so, Peter and I are really concerned with shifting that narrative and putting more supports in place to help develop that theory of own mind, to build that level of self-awareness, to build that understanding of your own inner experience. And what research tells us is developmentally, that is how this works for most people, is that from the time we're young, even in the trajectory of more typical development, we understand and we come to understand ourselves first, our own emotions first, before we are developmentally ready to think about the emotions and thoughts of other people. And so it should not be any different when we're supporting learners that have neurodifferences. We need to do a better job at putting in place strategies and supports that allow them to really gain a firm understanding of what it is that they need in life to successfully flourish and thrive. And Peter and I have been working on a lot of different ways to do this, and I just wanted to cover three really quick ideas right now. And number one is to really use a strength-based approach. Help our learners discover what are their strengths, because they have so many. And sometimes we accidentally, through no harm intended, we become so focused on deficits and things that that person might be needing to improve upon in order to help them be successful. And that becomes our sole focus. And for many, at least for my clients, that becomes part of their identity, that they are something that needs fixed. And my gosh, are we missing out on all of the beautiful strengths of our learners. And so we really need to shift that focus and concentrate on the strengths. Use those strengths in education, use those strengths as we plan for the future and looking towards vocations, etc. Number two strategy is to develop interoceptive awareness. And whenever possible, support our learners in discovering their own inner experiences, their own interoceptive experiences. Validate their own unique inner experience. Help them understand it. Help them to be able to notice their body signals and figure out what their body signals mean. So what does hunger feel like in their body? Because what your body feels like when you're hungry is different than what my body feels like when I'm hungry. What your body feels like when you're anxious is different than what my body feels like when I'm anxious. So really helping them to uncover their own unique inner experience and validating it every step of the way. There is no such thing as a right or wrong interoception experience. So really nurturing that understanding of their own inner experience when it comes to their body signals and their emotions is so important and really empowering. And tip number three is to help our learners to discover those feel-good actions that promote those comfortable feelings within their bodies. You know, if you know my work, I talk so much about feel-good actions and strategies. I believe so strongly in them. What makes your body feel comfortable and good and relaxed is different than the things that make my body feel good and comfortable or relaxed. And so it's really important for us to help our learners to explore a wide variety of feel-good actions and to help them to identify those unique strategies and actions that help them to feel regulated, that help them to feel comfortable. It cannot be a one-size-fits-all approach. It does not work to come into a classroom and give every single student in the classroom the same 5 tools. So you can do deep breathing, or you could do yoga, or you could do chair push-ups. That's not the way it works for any of us. And so really helping our learners to discover for themselves what helps them to feel most regulated, and then working towards helping them to use those feel-good strategies proactively and feel really comfortable to use them. So for example, if you have a client that really needs noise canceling headphones to feel comfortable in many environments, to work towards empowering them to feel comfortable enough to use those strategies. I know I have some clients, they want to mask those needs because for fear of what others will think of them. They have so much theory of mind. And so really shifting that focus on them and empowering them with that knowledge about themselves and what can help them feel regulated can be extremely life-changing and important. I hope this helps, and until next time.